Hi guys, welcome to this channel. My name is Oluwatoyin. I'm the creative director of Cooperative Fashion. In this video, I'll be showing you how to cut a smoking sleeve. I've done another video on the cutting and the sewing, the full video of it. But in that video, the markings on the fabric was not really showing. So I'm doing this video to show you the markings the way it ought to be. If you are new to this channel, please kindly subscribe. If you have not watched the video for the sleeve, I'll be dropping the link of that video in the description box. Okay, so now to do the smoking sleeve, the one I did is for an off-shoulder blouse. Okay, but if you are doing it for a shoulder blouse too, it's just that you're going to be drafting your basic sleeve, and instead of using your armhole divided by 2 plus sewing allowance, you're going to multiply it. Like the armhole that I used in the video is 18, so you are still going to use the armhole. It's just that you are going to be forming a curve for the upper part, and then you have to gather it back to the armhole to fit in. Then the downside, you're going to be putting elastic. But for this off shoulder on, and this paper is not as wide as that one. Okay, so in that video I used 18, so here I'll be using what I have on this paper. Okay, I'm still going to what I have 18. Okay, so I still have the 18, right? Good. So to determine the length, now the normal armhole may be, let's say, 21 or 19 divided by 2 may give you like 10. For the person is 21 divided by 2 is 10.5 plus sewing allowance, you have like 11.5. But when I'm using 18, that means I've increased it, right? Okay, so I use the 18. That's 8.5. Okay, so let me just use 17 or 16 so that it will give me the actual effect that I want. Now the length of the sleeve is 12. Okay, and you're going to need allowance like 1.5 to fold the upper part, right? Plus the 12. So I'm going to use the length of 24. So to use the length of 24, then you still add sewing allowance of 1.5 to fold the down so that you'll be able to put elastic. So I'm going to exhaust this length. So but for the purpose of this class, I'm just going to make the length like 23 plus 1.5 sewing allowance. So the first 1.5 for the upper part is taken from the overall length, right? Then I still have to add 1.5 for the down part. So I'm using the length 24 and 23 plus sewing allowance 24.5. But if you are doing it, you multiply your length. Let's say you want to work with length 12 times 2 is 24 plus 1.5 sewing allowance, so you're going to have 25.5 as your length. So on that length also, I'll mark 16. So I'm marking 16 straight down. I'm marking 16 straight down. Okay, so that is the armhole measurement that I'm using, 16. Okay, now I'll mark 1.5 up here because I will need it to fold the up. Now I'll mark 1.5 for the down part too, that I'll be using to fold the end, and that's where I'll be inserting my elastic. The elastic that I'm using is 1/2 inch wide, so I'll fold 0.75 0.75 to accommodate the elastic well. For someone that is a medium size, not small, here for the off shoulder wideness can be like 5 or 6, so you are going to multiply by 2, which is 10 plus 1.5 sewing allowance. That's what you're going to use for the upper part. Okay, but because this paper is small, okay, so I'll just use, let's say, 4. Let's say I'm working with someone that is like average. Okay, so the round, what will fit the person's round sleeve for off shoulder is 4. Okay, times 2 is 8 plus 1.5 sewing allowance. I have 9.5. Okay, so I'm going to mark the 9.5 here also. Now the arm sink, that is the sleeve there to be the bust divided by 12 plus 0.5. For some it may be 4, for some it's 3.5, for some it's 3.6, whatever you have. So I'm assuming that I have 4.5. So you're going to just divide the person's bust divided by 12. Let's say the person's bust is 36, divided by 12 is 3, plus 0.5 is 3.5. So you have to mark 3.5. But because we'll be picking this sleeve, you don't want here to become tight later. So I'm going to add 1.5 to it, which is 5. So I'm going to be marking that 5 like this. So I'll mark what I have here is 9.5. I'll mark it here, which is the round sleeve times 2 plus 1.5 plus 1.5. Okay, so I have this line like this. Okay, so I'll just use this liner and form a curve like this. I'm going to form a curve like this. You know that here is going in because I'll be folding it to put elastic. Okay, so you can now extend this one here, this point, so that here the down part will be a bit bigger. That's why I reduced the measurement to have more space here. So you just extend this line like this. So if you have like, don't make it too much. IS 2.5 is okay to extend this point, right? So it's going to be like this. So I'm going to go over it again. This is that you're going to cut the length times 2 of the actual length. That's if your length is 12 times 2 is 24 plus 1.5 sewing allowance for the length. Then the wideness will be 18. You can just exhaust 1 yard fabric. So when you fold it is 18. So you're going to use 18 for your wideness. Then you mark it down. Okay. So for this upper part, you're going to use the person's off shoulder round sleeve, which is like 4, e.g. 4, 4.5 or 5 times 2 plus 1.5 sewing allowance. You mark it here, and you come down by 1.5 already to fold the up where you'll be inserting the elastic. Then you're going to take the depth of the person's bust divided by 12 plus 2 inches. So you're not going to use plus 0.5 because you don't want it to be tight after you have picked the fabric. So you're going to make it the bust divided by 12 plus 2 inches to get this point. So you're going to draw a line that's from this your round sleeve times 2 plus 1.5. Here I have 9.5. 9.5 straight, that's 9.5 from here, 9.5 from here. Then I took the bust divided by 12 plus 1.5. This is 5. I took it and then I formed a curve. So the distance between here and here is 5, right? The distance between here and here is 9.5. Okay, so depending on your own measurement that you're working with, then at those down parts, the remaining parts, yes, you can add like 2.5 or 2 inches and form a slant so that here will be more than here, it will be flat than here. So you're going to cut it out, but for then, okay, I'm just going to cut it out. Let me cut it out. Okay, so now you want to form the line. This is it. Okay, you can see that it's big. I want to form the line where we're going to be picking. So what you're going to do is that you create a distance. I like to leave like 1 inch here. Like in the video that I did, I think I left like 2 inches because you don't want the points where you're picking to be too close to the edge. So you can just leave 1 inch first. You can leave 1 inch here. Then after the 1 inch, you start marking distance of 3 inches, 2 inches. So mark 3 inches, 2 inches, that's 3, 5. Then another 3 inches, which is 8. Then 2 inches, 10. Another 3 inches is 13. Then 2 inches is 15. And another 3 inches is 18. Now, I would also like to come up here by 1. So already, this is already close to this point. So I'll just leave it like that. But if you still have much length, from this end also, you come up by 1 inch. Okay? So if you still have space, you can just continue. but come up here by 1 so that your picking tool will not be too close to this end. Okay, so I'm just going to mark them to form a straight line. Okay, so now I won't be able to get the actual distance from up here, so I'll come here to know how to mark it. So I have 1.5. This one is going to the stop. Let me just mark 1.5, 4.5, 1.5, 4.5. Just measure to know where to keep your line, but you have 3 2 3 2. Okay, so this one between here now is 2, so I'll mark 2 5 7 10 in a way that is convenient for you to be able to get your line. There's no standard but for placing it, but make sure that you have 3 2 3 2. Okay, so you're going to follow that method, mark whatever you have here and transfer it to this side also. So that's how to mark it. Then now I'm going to do that now. I just open it up. I have 1.5 2.5, 1.5 2.5. So I'll start marking 3 2 3 2 3 2 3. So you get your markings to the end. Okay, so now just get your markings to the end, to the end, to the end, to the end, to the end. So you're going to be forming the slanted lines that you use to sew. Now you note that you are going to be putting seam allowance of 1 inch here, so you ignore this part, you ignore your seam allowance. So from here now you start forming your slanted line, slanted line, slanted line, slanted line. Also no here. Okay, so the next one now will not be here, so you can do one here, do one here. You make sure that this line is not, that this next line is not the same way, so they have to be separate. Okay, so this is it. Now when you are picking these 2 points together. I've illustrated it in the video. Like I said, I'll drop the link. You are picking these 2 points together, these 2 points together, these 2 points. So that's how to achieve it. Thanks for watching this video. If you are new to this channel, please kindly subscribe. There are other nice videos I'm going to be dropping. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. If there is any video you'd like to see on the channel, please let me know. Drop it in the comment section. Thank you.